Jack, almost a decade and a half in the job for you, and at times the question has been harder than it might be as we sit here today after a Florida State win and 4 10-win seasons, but the state of the football program as you start the home 21 season.
Yeah, in my 14 years, the foundation's never been stronger. Brian has done such a great job. It's the most cohesive and talented staff. The culture around the program, leadership development, the way the locker room sort of maintains itself now, it's such a great thing to see. And that's really at the foundation of our success, is that culture.
College football has been through a lot, COVID aside, as we've gone through this year. Big Ten, ACC, Pac-12, part of this alliance, talks about scheduling, Olympic sports, other things. Does that impact Notre Dame's football scheduling with that move plus what happened with the SEC adding 2 schools?
You know, fortunately it doesn't. We have no trouble scheduling. People enjoy the experience of playing at Notre Dame. We love going to those locations, so our future schedules have Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Texas A&M, Florida. So we're in great shape from a scheduling perspective. You know, the big issue in front of us is the CFP and whether it expands. As a member of the working group for that, I'm obviously a bit biased, but I think the solution the group came up with is the right one, and I hope none of the sort of atmospherics will keep that from being adopted.
We could talk forever about that. I just want to ask one more topic related to college athletics, and that's name, image, and likeness. Many people thought the world would come to an end if a college player ever had an endorsement. How has it impacted Notre Dame, and what have you learned in this discovery phase here the first 4 months or so of getting this thing in place?
One of the things we've really tried to stress, and I'm glad we did, was with our student athletes, we're all in this together. It has been, I think, generally very positive for college athletics. I especially love, there's a focus on the sponsorship, right? The big deal. I love what this is doing for kids with a great business idea who can launch their business, or someone who's developed intellectual property. The NCAA rules didn't allow you to do that before, right? And I'm especially love nationwide the number of female athletes who are generating a lot of revenue through social media. I think that's great for them. So I think the rollout has been good, but we have to get some guardrails. We have to get some national rules.
The Alliance almost hinted at a core mission of university missions together while we have NIL, a 12-team playoff, and all this other stuff. Can it still have a connection to the schools that a lot of us graduated from?
People who play a varsity sport in college will inevitably tell you their most influential professor was a coach. So many of our student athletes that have gone on to remarkable success in boardrooms and operating rooms and courtrooms, and wherever they are, lean on the lessons they learned on a practice field or a pool or a court. And too often, because of the commercial side of what we do, we get disconnected from that. People think college football players and college basketball players. We have 700 student athletes here. We got runners and fencers and swimmers, and it is a core part of their education to participate in those sports.
And they're a core part of a lot of the experiences on campuses around the country too. So they are a part of the student body. We see that firsthand. We could talk forever about these college athletics issues and never solve them, but I'm glad you're able to give some perspective to a lot of folks who are watching. Jack, have a great season. It's great to be back at South Bend.
It's great to have you back here, and I hope we provide another good season for you.
Look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.